March at the Piddler's Mall. This is the first bin of records I haven't seen before. So you got this big carry-all jammed full of records. Platter's greatest hits on top. And like some 50s comp here. Doesn't look like it's going to be great. Let's see what we've got. Oh. No, I've seen Madam Sin with this one. All these, yeah, I've seen him with these Cruisin ones. Oh my. We may have just scored. Yes. I haven't checked them for condition yet, obviously, but of course they have whipped cream. Yeah. If those Cruisins are in good shape and they're $1 each, then this is going to be a big score for me. Everything else is looking pretty meh. The Rekkids, that could be worthwhile as well. Oh, we got Von Meter, of course, that we can skip. A second Von Meter. I think every Von Meter in the world is actually in. This looks weird enough to look up. It's in bad shape, but again, I haven't looked at the condition yet, so they could all be unplayable. There's the 57, it's in decent shape. And the 1959's got two different covers. It's got this cartoon cover, then just a picture of the car. I don't know if it's the same track listing or not. No, these are completely different track listings, so these are different series. I think this is the one that's more desirable than the cartoon cover one. We got 61 and 63 as well. So those other records, the Rekkids and the Bill Haley and that Brookville leaders of the pack comp, I'm leaving for condition. But I'm going to get the Cruisin 59, 61, 63 with the cartoon covers. And then this is a different series, Cruisin 57, 59, which is a Canadian comp from 1980. This one's from like 1970. None of the other years are here, so we'll do that. They're all in decent shape. They're $1 each. Alright, so we got 5 records for $5. Not a granddaddy record, but records that maybe your granddaddy would have listened to back in the 50s and early 60s. So we got the 2 different Cruisin sets of compilations, the Canadian one, the 57 and the 59, then the American one, the 59, 61, and 63. Apparently somebody else already bought all the even numbered years because I couldn't find any of them. 3 weeks later. So I found several of these Cruisin records. I found like the 59, 61, 63 ones for $1 each. I would like to get more of them, but I'm not paying $22 each. Sorry. They're gonna have to stay at this price. There's the 59 one that I found. The 61 one that I found. I'd pay $22 for them all, but each? No way. Alright, so you have to get the club to see the Beatles records. The Beatles records are too important to look at. To 6 weeks later. So Peddler's Mall is the same one. I got the rummage sale. I paid less there and got one in better shape. So my copy of Introducing the Beatles on VJ Records that I found at the rummage store on Record Store Day, it is actually a mono, not a stereo, like the one that I found at Peddler's Mall. Mine has a worse cover, but the vinyl's in better shape. It was cleaned up well and played nicely. So I thought the vinyl boxes were all the same. The Cruisin 1962, which is one of the ones I'm missing from the Cruisin collection. $3. If it's in decent shape, I'll get it. See if they have any other Cruisins or anything else that I might like. Oh, it doesn't look like it. Very last record in the box was Cruisin 1960, which I'm also missing. Only 75 cents makes me worried about condition. So this was the bin I found, those 3 Cruisins, which were like, I think like 59, 61, 63, or it might have been 57, 59, 61. A few months ago. I'm gonna look again, see if just in case I missed, but I don't think I did. Found the 60 and the 62 in a different location. And here's like an old school child's school desk. You saw me flip through this before. I bought these 2 records, the Cruisin 60 and the Cruisin 62. They were cheap, but they're both in not great shape. They're kind of scratchy and there's some surface noise. And another big issue is that these are later pressings from the 1980s rather than the original 1970. And for copyright issues, several of the songs were re-recorded. So these are basically placeholders. Found some new 45s I've not seen before. They're each listed as 70, so it's probably just going to be like really common stuff. I'll let you know if I find anything good. Swan. I didn't even know the Beatles were on Swan. Not sure what's up with that. But I'll probably gamble at $1. This is looking stuff up on the phone. Doesn't work here. Everything else is pretty standard meh stuff. Volgaberg. I hate the way they have these arranged. Hard to flip through. It's like make it hard for people to buy your product. Not easy, but hard. Here's some picture sleeves. In excess, never tear us apart. Yeah, we'll do that. There's a lot of like reissue stuff in here. Okay, so the record that was confusing me here is, maybe I'm dumb, but I never knew the Beatles ever put out anything on Swan. So it's I'll Get You on one side and She Loves You on the other. And it was $1, so I just decided I'd buy it, and then I'm going to look it up to see how much it's worth. Well, I learned that you can't sell this on Discogs as it's an unofficial release. But I did find several Swans. I don't know if Swan did anything besides She Loves You. Was it like a VJ situation? So you can't get a price off of Discogs. I looked it up on eBay. So there's various versions of this Swan. The eBay prices are all over the fucking place, from like $10 to like over 200. So it's definitely worth more than $1. So I think I did well. All right, so the ultimate story of my Beatles single on Swan Records with She Loves You as the A side is, after my Discogs research, I definitely have a counterfeit. You can't sell it on Discogs. The prices that are over the place on eBay, basically if you have a legit copy, it can be worth a few $100s in very good, near mint sort of condition. Mine's in pretty good condition. It doesn't actually sound that great when you play it because it's kind of a crappy pressing, even though it wasn't played very much. Mine's certainly going to be one of those low-end ones, but still worth more than $1.